High hips, flat feet, bad pad level. You heard the name to begin the bit, right? Chris Jones.
Yep.
Probably one of the top 2 or 3 defensive players in the modern game.
Correct, in the league. I love Chris Jones.
An absolute force of nature with the Kansas City Chiefs. That was his write-up.
High-hipped.
Teams dropped him because his hips were too high.
Too high.
Whatever that means. And the flat feet and all of this. So it's just another example. No one knows anything. Everyone's wrong. You might as well just chuck markers at a draft magazine, clip to a whiteboard, which is what we end up doing. And even when we sort of, meaning we miss where the Patriots don't take the player, we're still sort of sniffing around some pretty important guys, i.e. Chris Jones. So, the Peterson School is a presenting sponsor of the Felger Mazz Big Board. The Peterson School is drafting instructors for all locations. If you're an expert in your trade and want to share your knowledge, visit petersonschool.com. We have our Lindy's Sports Annual 2025 Draft Guide open to the first page of outside linebackers. Another reason I like Lindy's is it's old school. They give me inside linebackers, outside linebackers, defensive tackles, defensive ends. They give me 4 different groups where a lot of magazines
Traditional positions
have now gone to defensive linemen, linebackers, and then edge. And they sort of lump the defensive ends and outside linebackers in one new position that they call edge.
Got it.
Which leaves us one less position to throw for. So I like the way Lindy's does it.
We need the inventory.
Never mind, they have goofy write-ups. Okay, I'm just taking a little extra time because our first page, this is an important one. This one has Abdul Carter, Jaylen Walker, Mike Green, some other guys now I'm going to lose track. This is the day 1, pick 1. This is an important throw.
Okay.
Are you going to flip the page after a throw or two, or no?
No, we're going to throw one because this is another thing you got to know about the big board. We don't rig it. We don't
stack the deck.
We don't stack the deck. Is exactly
we don't throw 2 at page 1.
Exactly what I was looking to say. We don't stack the deck. We throw 1 marker at the first page, to make it simple for you. We throw 1 for a day 1 kind of pick, a second for a day 2 kind of pick, and a third for a weekend pick. And we don't weight it. We're not going to throw 3 markers at page 1 hoping to get Abdul Carter because we think that might be it's 1 marker. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Mazz is throwing a little Nerf ball with a marker stuck in the nose of it. Murray's brought his slingshot back from a couple of years ago where he's slingshotting the markers from across the studio. All right, I'm done talking. Page 1, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm going to give you the Louis T on spin, too, so
Hold
I can't
on a
see the
second.
board.
Hold on.
This is a fan favorite.
So you can't see the board?
What is?
The Louis T on spin.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, people email.
Oh, all right. I'm going to give you the Louis T on spin.
Let's go. Hit it. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
here
go,
we go.
Mazz. Big throw.
Oh, nailed it. Nailed the blue box. I hope that's not a future pick for 2026.
Jaylen Walker, Georgia.
Oh!
So just so you know, Vinny, what camera are we on? He hit the blue box right there. Is that the camera? That's not even the camera. Whatever. You didn't hit the full write-up of Jaylen Walker. You hit there's a little sub box where they give the best pass rusher, Donovan Ekubuku of Boston College, best run defender, Jaylen Walker, best pass defense, Chandler Martin. So it was sort of a sub box, but he nailed the name Jaylen Walker. That's it.
Okay, there we go. That's our guy.
And this is another reason why the board hits so much is because it's integrity. Like in golf, anyone can go out there and futz with their ball and fluff up their lie and give them whatever score they want. If you play it straight, well, we play it straight. Page 2.
No, this is legit. It's on the level. Jaylen Walker.
Okay. Page 2, go ahead, Murray, with your slingshot.
Oh, that thing came
Such-
out.
But it sounds so...
It's a breaking pitch.
I'm doing it again.
Where is it, right here?
That
way
was-
left. Way left.
No, it was bad.
Low and left. That green
Okay,
dot.
fine. No, it is what it is. David Walker, Central Arkansas.
That was atrocious.
Yes, it was.
Yep. Well, this is what it is. Page 3. Stand by, talk.
Louis. I gave you the T on spin again. Seems to work.
Go ahead, Mazz.
I've used it twice and hit bullseyes.
See it.
Oh, blue box again.
Wow.
That's consistent.
Big burst.
Tyreem Powell Rutgers.
Oh, Rutgers
So-
guy. If this was the former regime, this would be a lock.
So this was the box. This box has a to-watch box. Sleeper is Antoine Powell Ryland. You didn't hit. Could disappoint. Tyreem Powell is a could disappoint prospect. Here comes the right up. Stand by. Someone talk.
I think I hurt my elbow. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah, it could be Tommy John material. That hurt.
Go see a surgeon, get an MRI.
I'd opt for rest.
Wow.
Jaylen Walker, Georgia. 6'2", 245. Highly versatile defensive piece.
Oh, they love that.
Walker is the perfect edge player for disguised look defenses. Despite being listed as an inside linebacker at Georgia, Walker has been a jack of all trades, lining up in multiple alignments to contribute as a coverage player and a pass rusher. Though he is an edge rusher, Walker is scheme specific, as he is best utilized in an alignment versatile role as an odd front pass rusher instead of a traditional edge rusher.
They like that, don't they? Scheme specific?
Strengths: twitchy and explosive athlete
Love it.
who has great get off.
Love the get off.
Has had reps as an edge player and a blitzing linebacker. Comfortable blitzing from any alignment in Georgia's multi-front defense. Solid coverage player for an edge rusher. Very good open field tackler and takes good angles. Weaknesses: not an ideal frame due to having a linebacker's body at edge.
He's a little undersized.
Again, 6'2", 245. Lacks power in his pass rush plan. Speed to power is mediocre. Lacks refinement at both linebacker and edge. Hand usage on the edge is fairly poor. He lacks pass rush moves.
Can teach the hands.
Some injury concerns with a torn labrum that needed surgery and 2 in-game injuries that resulted in missed snaps. Pro comp: Andrew Van Ginkel, Minnesota.
Oh, I like him.
Not bad.
He's a playmaker.
He was when he was with the Dolphins, for sure.
He's a playmaker. Barthy, your thoughts?
Yeah, the versatility stands out with Walker. He is probably more of an off-ball linebacker than edge rusher. The high-end comp that you hear people say, both in terms of on the field and the mental makeup, is Dante Hightower.
Ooh, I like that.
So he's apparently makeup through the wazoo, right? His dad was a coach, leader, football. This is who I think they're going to take over Abdul Carter before you even threw the marker. And what gives us just a little extra weight is that you had all this real estate to hit Jaylen Walker in his full write-up. And, oh, by the way, Abdul Carter takes up 80% of this page. Okay, you missed Abdul Carter, which would have been
Impossible to miss.
anything on the left side of that board I would have had, because if you missed the magazine, it's closest to. So anything on the left side is Abdul Carter. Now on the right side, there's this little box, and you hit the name right in the little box.
It's like the bullseye.
So I just, that feels like a strong shot there.
After the spinning delivery, which means I was guided there.
The
From the heavens.
Correct.
second one, was it Tyreem Powell of Rutgers?
Yeah,
I believe
that
that's
was the
right.
third one.
He was the third.
Oh, that's right. Who was the second one? Who was it?
What are the names? I'll tell you.
Because Murray, of course, missed
David Walker.
David Walker, Central Arkansas. He, of course, Murray, as usual, missed the magazine. So there's no mark on the magazine. It had to be closest to was on the whiteboard.
He missed it way left.
Oh, shut up.
It was a hook.
I'm getting better paintballs. This is what's happened. I'm ordering them tonight.
Yeah, you're not supposed to slingshot the marker. I just don't think that's
Yeah, it doesn't work.
not what it's intended for.
I think it's the user.
David Walker, Central Arkansas, 6 feet 267. Strengths: impressive array of pass rush moves makes him a treat to watch.
Did you say he's 6 foot 267?
6 foot 267.
What's that guy eating for dinner?
Impressive array of pass rush moves makes him a treat to watch. Very good at adapting his moves and his move set for the situation, and can handle both highly athletic guys and power players. Got in some especially good reps at the Senior Bowl against Marcus Mbow.
Oh.
I feel like we're missing a vowel there. M-B-O-W? Mbow? Marcus Mbow?
Oh, I thought it was Membu.
Mbow?
Yeah, I thought it was Membu too. Mbao.
Who's Mbow?
I don't know. I never heard of him.
Mabo, he's the right
Mabo.
tackle from Purdue.
Mabo.
Mbow. He needs a vowel.
I like Mabao better.
Missing a vowel. Anyway, very bulky guy who is able to use this time back to David Walker.
He's definitely bulky.
Very
6 foot-
bulky.
6 foot 267.
6 feet 267. Bulky guy who is able to utilize that for a great bull rush. Uses his hands constantly and keeps them active throughout the play. Weaknesses.
Slow.
Mazz, at 6 feet 267, what's the first weakness they're going to put out there?
Fat.
Undersized.
Jesus,
Short
Mazz.
arms.
Does not meet any of the benchmarks for NFL size. Short and stubby.
Didn't I say undersized?
No, not really. Size. His biggest weakness, he's 6 feet. Size.
Yeah, I thought I said that.
Short and stubby and carrying a little too much weight.
He's fat.
Maz, arm length sits
Short arms.
arm length sits at 31 inches.
Oh, yeah, no. He's a nose guard.
31 inches.
He's built like a nose guard.
31 inches, Barth.
Seriously.
Have you heard of this guy?
Yeah, you're spot on. He's just a total tweener. He doesn't really have a position because of his size.
He's not a tweener. He's small.
Arm length at 31 inches, which would render him undraftable for teams who care about that measurement.
Don't all of them?
Of which there are many, writes the magazine.
31-inch arms.
31. Barth, how big are your arms?
Not 31, but probably close.
No, they might be 31.
Barth is short.
He's saying they're below 31.
Well, no, I'm saying that he's probably the same height as this guy. This guy's 6 foot 2.
I love that right up, which would render him undraftable for teams who care about that measurement, of which there are many.
6 foot 2. He's built like a copy machine.
He gets knocked down when working in run defense, does not keep a good anchor and loses balance on initial contact, has played very limited reps at a high level. What is he? So he's short, he's squat,
And he loses balance?
he has tiny arms, and he's not good in the run game?
How does he lose balance at that height and weight?
I mean, it's like a fire hydrant.
Yeah, this guy blows.
I think the term undraftable that you used in that write-up might be the most accurate thing.
Who hit him?
Put him on the board.
I
Murray.
Shut up.
Tyreem Powell, Rutgers.
You know what? I want to put my team against Murray's team. See what happens.
Tyreem Powell, Rutgers. A different era, this would be an automatic. Tyreem Powell, Rutgers, 6'4", 240.
And again, I could have predicted the lightweight. I could have predicted that at Rutgers.
6'4", 240, 40 time of 4.65. Is that fast
No idea.
for that position?
Couldn't tell you.
Nah,
It's fine.
that's fine. Strengths.
6'4", 240. He's like a small tight end.
Incredible body type for a linebacker with great length at his disposal. Physical upside will earn him plenty of favor with scouts. Wingspan makes him one of the most difficult tacklers in the class to avoid.
Oh, so he's got a big wingspan.
Fast enough to get to run down ball carriers from behind. Tools will get him evaluated as a developmental edge rusher by some teams. Weaknesses. Long legs with a high-cut frame will work against him when trying to bend or find leverage.
High hips.
It might as well have.
Yeah.
The long legs.
With a high cut frame. What's that mean, high cut?
I don't know. Sounds like a dancing girl.
So his hips are high.
He's constantly losing his balance and getting tripped up when picking his way through traffic.
He's like a giraffe.
Inefficient with his hands.
Gangly.
Gets tangled up on blocks. And gives up his chest too easily.
Limbs everywhere.
Again, like a dancing girl.
I knew a girl like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I won't say the name, but in the 6th grade, everyone went to her. What can I tell you? Maybe it was 8th. Either way. Gives up his chest too easily. Doesn't play with the expected strength or impact.
It's because he's not strong.
At the point of attack that his body would suggest. He lacks the agility to run with backs or athletic tight ends in coverage. Again, I love the pro comps. Pro comp. Kanoi Dung, retired. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Kuoi Deng? Kuony. Last name Deng, D-E-N-G.
I don't
No
know
idea.
who the
Never
hell
heard
that
of him.
is.
Exactly.
Never heard of him.
So you guys took 2 clunkers there at the end.
No, he's built like a big corner. Like, I mean, not 240, but you know what I mean? He's got, like, if you were to see him on film, we were showing the highlights on the simulcast. He looks a little leaner, like more like a corner.
Barthy, your thoughts?
I mean, you're right about if this was still the old regime, athletic, special teams experience, team captain at Rutgers, projected late on day 3. Yeah, a couple years ago, this guy would be a hit.
You know who his build reminds me of now that you say it? Razai Dowling.
6'4", 240.
Well, I mean, you know, Razai Dowling wasn't that heavy, but he was taller and a little ganglier.
He was. He sure was. He sucked.
Horrible.
KP.
Yeah.
Can't play.
Yep. Not good.
Either way, put him on the board.